20 seconds. And I'm gonna get to it. Charlie, get down over there. 1 second. 1 second.
Okay, so Tory Lanez is finally going live, and we're gonna catch it live here as well.
All right.
So I'm gonna share my screen and see what
there's
he
some
has
things
to
that I
say.
just want to say today. I think that they're very important, and I say, I know that there's been a lot of speculation about the things that I've been going
Take it
through
in your room and just set it down.
how
Don't
I've
touch
been
it.
dealing with them and the insensitivities of just me not like talking when y'all wanted me to talk and saying certain things. And I just felt like I owed my fans. I owed it to my fans and supporters of people who, when they look at me and they look at me as a role model, I owed it to those people as a person to just like give them some sort of transparency and some sort of accountability of certain things. I feel like, you know, for those who don't know, for the last 3 months of my life, I've been in this place where, you know, I've been bashed. I've been cut through, just people every single day coming at me. And it's crazy because the whole thing about it is just like, when this whole debacle or whatever you call it came about, the whole time it's like she knows what happened, I know what happened, and we know that what you're saying and what the alleged things and the alleged accusations of my name is are not true. It's falsified information. It's false information, and it's not accurate information. I don't ever want to come off like I'm here to bash this girl or I'm here to talk down about this girl or ever be at a place where like I'm disrespecting her, because to me as a person, she's still my friend. No matter what, even if she doesn't look at me like that, I look at her like she's still my friend. In the times that we were together or around each other, we've had nothing but joyous moments and good moments. So I'm not going to sit here and bash her, but at the same time, it comes to a certain standpoint of me as a person where it's like, yo, do y'all want me to just sit here and just allow my name to be assassinated, my character to be assassinated, everything that I worked for to get here to just be assassinated for something that I did not do? Something that the events that are being said are not even accurate and accurately being portrayed to everybody. The narrative that's being created to make me come off like I'm some monster is now what I'm having to live through for 3 months straight of just people just coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. And it's like, yo, I'm not here to beg no sympathy from nobody. I've never been one of those people. I'm not a person that's sitting here like, yo, everybody feels sorry for me. Like, nah. Because at the end of the day, if I did what they're saying I did, then by all means, I would say the same exact thing about me. I say that nigga's a bitch ass nigga. He doesn't respect females. He's a fuck boy. And that nigga deserves no respect, period. I've never been a person that all of a sudden, you know, it's everybody all of a sudden like, yo, he's this guy who doesn't protect black women. And he's this guy who, but it's like, he's this guy who doesn't care. In the video, I made the video all about the empowerment of black women. There's nothing but different types of black women in the video, all shapes, sizes, colors, ages, that just shows the love in what I'm doing. And it's like all of a sudden a narrative comes out with no factual evidence, and all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. And it's like, yo, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I understand, like, and I support the whole movement of protecting black women, but I want to speak on something. And sometimes, you know I'm not always in the right place to speak on things, but this is something that I went through, so I feel like I'm able to speak on it. I am all for protecting black women. That is something that is one of the most important things that needs to be taken serious and awareness needs to be brought to. And regardless, if this debacle, regardless of what you guys think happened, if this situation caused you guys to pay more attention and more awareness to protecting black women, then I'm fine that I had to be dragged through the dirt for that. But I want y'all to understand something. There's a problem when it becomes that protecting black women doesn't mean to protect black men. That doesn't make sense. From the beginning of time, when you really think about how this works, like from the beginning of time, we've been taught to be with our own heritage. And from the beginning of time, we've been taught to be with our own heritage. White man and white woman, white girl and white man. I mean, Spanish man, Spanish woman, Indian man, Indian woman. When you guys start making it like put black men down and protect the black women. I'm not saying you guys. I don't mean to make it like, oh, you're attacking. But when we as a whole make it protecting black women means putting down black men, then it comes to a point where it's like, okay, well, who's going to protect black women? Who is supposed to be protecting black women? It has to be black men. It's not the white man. It's not the Spanish man. It's not the man who. It's not none of those. It's not the Chinese man. It's not none of those men. It is who is. It's black men. It's black men. And I'm not saying that black men aren't the people who, in times, who aren't the people who inflict certain issues and mental issues and certain things that girls go through. Like, black men are very much the cause of a lot of things that women go through. Because of, at the end of the day, like the way we were raised, certain standpoints, maybe we didn't have a parent around. Some things were just not here to, whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, it's like, you got to remember at the standpoint, if the man is supposed to be, and I say this loosely because I don't want anybody to take this out of context. If the man is supposed to be the head and a woman is supposed to be the neck, y'all got to think about this. In order for the head to move, left, right, whatever it is doing, it needs the guidance of the neck. It needs the guidance of the woman. In order for me to smell and use my 5 senses on my face, for me to lean in or whatever the case is, I still need to use the neck. I still need to be guided by a woman. So regardless, it's like, I don't feel like I should be torn down. If anything, before y'all know the story, like, learn the story first, learn the factual parts of the story first, and then come at me and be like, yo, you need to fix this and fix that if that's what you feel like I did. But instead, I'm being torn down for a narrative that's like, now I'm the poster boy for I don't like black women. But anyways, let's get into this. I want to get into this because it's very important for me to just say this. I'm not here to bash this woman. I'm not here to come down on this woman. I'm not here to disrespect her or throw her under the bus, but it comes to a certain standpoint where I just can't let my character be assassinated for things that are not even really true, like, and for falsified narratives and information. Let's start this off. When the original report came out, and it was a TMZ report about this, that, and the third, and there was gunshots in Kylie Jenner's house, and Tory Lanez goes to jail. They gave y'all all the facts of the juice of Tory Lanez going to jail, and this, that, and the third, and Megan getting arrested, and da-da-da-da. 2 days after that, I get a call from Rock Nation that says, yo, we heard you're going to make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't understand what the issue of me telling my fans, like, yo, look, it's not that serious of a deal. I went to jail for whatever. It's like, I didn't get for that 2 days why that was an issue. 2 days later, TMZ report come out. TMZ reports and have the surveillance now. Now they see the video of the arrest. You see Megan, you see me, and you see it's all sprawled out on the ground in bathing suits and blah, blah, blah. And everything I'm saying is public record. You can go back and look at this shit. You can go back and see it. Like, you feel me? So they say, oh, okay, you know, you see her out of the car. She's getting out of the car. She's hopping. It looks bad, bro. And I'm not going to lie. Like, I felt bad watching it because it made her look bad. And it didn't make her look good. It didn't make any of us look good. And I didn't want that for her. I don't see that for anybody. So all of a sudden, when we get arrested, or when it looks like we all got arrested, the memes start. Now I want to really bring you guys in for a second so you can understand something. And I really just want you to take this in. Like, she is a person I spent enough time with her to observe and understand something about her, where it's like, she's going through a lot. She goes through a lot. She deals with a lot on her day-to-day basis. And because of that, she's not used to, you know, and not even just because of that, but just because of the fact that she's been praised so much. We've always looked at her as like, yo, that's hip hop sweetheart. Like, she's nice, she's talented, whatever the case is, cool. And because of that, like, we've never seen a moment where the memes have come at her, where the memes are like, yo, nigga, let's laugh at your pain. Ah, ha, 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 ha. She's never had to deal with that because she's always been praised. So everything that's been happening has been a reaction off of what's been going on. So it gets down to this point now where it's like, now the reports are starting to say, okay, well, everyone's pointing to different things. No one really knows what's happened, but nobody has ever said she got shot. Nobody has ever said she got shot. Not TMZ, not the police report at this point. Nothing is saying that she got shot. Soon as she sees herself on video with the bikini and the things like that, and it looks bad, she then comes out and says, yo, The narrative of me getting cut by glass, it's just not true. She doesn't point at nobody or anybody or say anything or anything like that. She just says the narrative that whatever came out of me being cut by glass is not true. I was shot in my feet with the intention to harm me and put harm and danger upon me, right? So, okay, cool. Like all of a sudden, the affiliates of her circle start pointing like little subliminal fingers, like count your days and like I won't be around when you're shooting at me, and like little funny things that they start doing. And I'm kind of like, damn, hold on, where are y'all about to take this? Because y'all told me not to make a statement, so I'm trying to figure out where y'all taking me to. I don't get it. Like, so then at this point she goes live because people are not really understanding the story or whatever cases. She waits. She doesn't go on, a time when it's just a regular time. If y'all who don't understand, it was one of those things where me and her knew what was going on, but y'all didn't know what was going on. She went live on my birthday, all her jewelry on, da 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 da, and then she says, "Yo, and the thing about the whole jewelry thing is like, my bad. She knew that it wasn't a situation where, like, she knew she had to do certain sympathetic things, I guess, to push the narrative. And I don't know who told her to do certain things like that. And I'm not the one who's trying to like ever point the finger at anybody. But when it really comes down to it, it's like you went on live on your birthday, and then you said on my birthday, and then you said I got shot in my foot, and it didn't hit no bones or tendons. So everybody's looking at this, and again, the internet is a sick place. This is a place where people don't give a fuck about you. They do what they do. They antagonize and they do what they do. You go in and you see you get shot in your foot, no bones or tendons. The internet goes into an outrage because some people are like, hold on, how you not get shot? How you get shot in your foot and it don't hit no bones or tendons? Like, whoever is watching this, like, if you need to go on Google and look at a foot anatomy of bones and skeletons and tendons, you'll realize there's like 30 bones in your feet and like 100 tendons, some crazy number like that, right? So she now gets to this place where the people are like, hold on, and again, the internet is sick. The internet starts coming at her and saying, yo, show your feet. Because we're seeing you at DJ Khaled's house and you're on your tippy toes, and then we're seeing that you're, that you're here and there, and they're antagonizing her. They're brutally coming for her and not giving her, I guess, what it is that she needed. But it gets to this point where now she posts a picture of a lot of inconsistencies in the story, and she says under the post, you see, I got shot in the back of my foot because when I was walking away from the car, she says she puts this in capital letters. She says, I was walking away from the car and I got shot in the back of my foot. She doesn't ever show the other foot that she claims she got shot in. And I'm not trying to, again, I hate that this is coming off like I'm trying to come for her and whatever cases, but this is what I'm having to endure and watch when I'm knowing certain facts. So it gets to, it gets to this place where I'm just like, bro, like, this is not me, and I don't deserve this. Like, I don't deserve to have to go through this. Like, I never have been somebody who's had domestic cases. I've never hit no woman. I've never had abusive cases with no woman. You can't pull those type of facts up on me. I don't have those. So it's like, I just didn't understand why I'm going through this. So now it gets to this point where she posts this picture of her foot, and everyone's seeing certain things, and everyone's, saying certain things about her foot, and some people think it's real, some people don't think it's real, and it gets to this place where some people are just not believing it. So she posted a picture. There's no bullet tray. Where are they taking out the bullets for the pan? Like, this is what's going on. Like, where are they taking out the bullets for the pan? I don't understand. Like, where's the surgical? You're not in the surgical room, and anybody who knows, I mean, this is like, it clearly had to be the first day that you've taken this picture. So if this is the first day that you've taken this picture, it's like, where's all the evidence? Why are you not in the surgical room? First of all, you're not even allowed to take pictures in a surgical procedure. That is against the law. It doesn't matter if you're famous or not. So it gets to this point now where it's like, and she puts that, and then she deletes the post after. But that contradicts with the first post, because you said somebody came out to hit you with malicious harm and danger, to put you in harm and all this danger and all this stuff. How can you identify who's shooting at you if you're facing the other way? How can you even identify criminal or malicious intent if you're not seeing what's going on behind you? It doesn't even make sense. And so it's like, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, yo, this is not right. Like, and I do see when people are getting at her, and there's times when I'm like, damn, like, do I help her or do I speak up and say, yo, don't talk about her, whatever the cases are. But if I do that, then it's like I'm coming off like I'm guilty. And then if I say something about having remorse, like I would like to, or saying something about certain things, it's like I come off like I'm guilty of something that I didn't do. So I had to be quiet on certain places. Now, I need y'all to really take this in and understand like how this works at this point. When all this starts happening, LA Times, okay, this is put in public information. LA Times puts out an article, and in the article they say, this is the initial report. 2 sources close to the investigation said that she got cut by glass, and she said that she got cut by glass. So then it's like people see that, okay, hold on. They're saying on the initial police report with Officer Santiago, whatever his name is, you can go look this up. This is on LA Times. That's when it gets to this point where it says, okay, yo, they reported no gunfire wound in her foot. They just reported a woman with a foot injury. So you got to understand, like, this is what's in their initial police report. Fuck all the Instagram, fuck the other shit. This is just what's in the police report. So you got to understand, like, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, wow, I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, like, at the end of the day, like, maybe some people might see this, maybe some people might not. It gets to academics. It gets to academics. It gets to Hollywood Unlocked. It gets to certain places, right? She comes out with this tweet that says, "Keep talking, and I'm gonna stop sparing you." It's like, my love, I have not been on the internet for 3 months. I have not been on the internet for 3 months, and then 30 minutes later, she just goes on live, and it's like me telling you, "Yo, keep talking, my nigga, and I'm gonna slap you." And then I just slap you. It's like, you didn't do anything for me to slap you. I just slapped you. So it's like, who was talking to? Who are you saying to keep talking to? I don't understand. Whatever. It gets past this point. And it gets to a place where now she says, I'm going to stop sparing you, whatever the case. She gets on live. Now, because it got on academics that there was no gunfire wound on the initial report, everyone starts going to her page. Again, she starts reacting to certain things. Now, I'm going to say one thing. I'm not getting mad at her or whatever it is, because I understand that she is dealing with a lot. Like, when it comes down to, you gotta understand, she lost both of her parents, and I do sympathize with that. I lost my mother, and when I lost my mother, I realized one thing. When you lose a parent, you could be highly suspicious that it is parental guidance, and you go with it. That's happened to me. I've been at that place where I've listened to a lot of people that led me down the wrong road because it felt like parental guidance that I should have been getting from my mother or my father that at that time wasn't around, or whatever the case is. So now it gets to this point now, whatever the case is, boom, she comes out and she goes, listen, you guys and, all this extra shit, this nigga keep talking about me. And I'm over here watching this like, yo, what did I say? I didn't say nothing. I said nothing to you, but it's nothing. This nigga keep talking about me, bro. And so, you know what? Now we just gonna do it. This nigga Tory shot me, bro. This nigga shot me. He shot me. She gets into it. This nigga shot me.
Why you do it like that, though?
She starts breaking down the story. And I want y'all to pay close attention to how she breaks down the story. Okay? Really pay close attention. She breaks down the story and she says, yo, I'm arguing. I'm in the car. I'm arguing with this nigga. I'm tired of arguing with this nigga. We get into a heated argument. I'm tired of arguing with this nigga. I get out the car. This nigga get out the car, and he starts shooting me. For no reason, he starts shooting me. So boom, then the cops pull us over and da-da-da-da. Hold on, let's take the first facts back to what she just said. So you mean to tell me that you're in a car with a person and this person is arguing with you? This person has gotten you to a place of like, yo, I don't even want to be around you. Like, I'm above this. I'm out of here. You get out of the car because the heated argument is so heated. And then this person gets out and shoots you in both of your feet. And you jump back in the car? Why would you jump back in the car with a dangerous man who just did a dangerous crime to you, who did this criminal intent to you, and all this? Why? Why would you jump back in the car? Well, yo, then the police pull us over, and I see, you know what I'm saying? We're all black in the car. There's a gun in the car, so I don't even want to be like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to get in more trouble, and I'm trying to protect this man. I'm trying to protect this man because at the end of the day, it's niggas getting shot out here. She then throws the black card at me. I'm trying to protect this black man. My love, nobody ever reported that you got shot but you. So how are you trying to protect me? At what point were you trying to protect me? At what point? Like, you know I got a child. You know that these type of situations, even an accusation, is something that I can't even be playing with. I don't even play with my life like that. So why would that, like, that to me just doesn't make sense. Okay, cool. Yo, I lied to the cops. I lied to the doctors. Let me tell you why they saying there's glass in my feet, though. Because I lied to the cops. I lied to the doctors. I lied to this, that, and the third. Ladies and gentlemen, I need us to really understand what she's saying here. You mean to tell me that these medical doctors that are in an ambulance that work on-site injuries 24/7 for all day, that have to know every type of on-site injury, the specifications on the type of on-site injuries, so they can, if that's what you're saying, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say they were dumb. You mean to tell me that the cops who were called for a gunshot in a Suburban or whatever the car was, found that same Suburban and found a gun in it, see you leaking, and didn't check you for bullet wounds? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say they were dumb. You then further said, yo, I'm at cotton mouth like a motherfucker smoking. You then say, oh, well, I was trying to protect this black man, so I never said nothing. I didn't want them to shoot me. I didn't want them to kill me. Okay, but when me and Kelsey and Quan were over there being questioned, you were in a stretcher. No one is going to shoot you in a stretcher. You had plenty of time to tell the cops that you were in danger. You had plenty of time. I'm not protecting somebody who just heinously shot me after a conversation that we just had. My mind is not on protecting you. I'm bleeding from my feet. I'm thinking about protecting my own life, and I'm in danger. Why would you not say that with 2 feet bleeding from 2 bullet holes? From what you're saying? I don't understand that. And then there's this whole narrative of, you know, like, I didn't want to put this black man on you know, I didn't want to get him in trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm protecting this man, and he keeps talking. And so now, you know, he keeps getting his media team to start doing certain things to make me look incredible and to smear me and to make him look good and to make it look like I'm not. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, have I been around in the last 3 months saying anything? Have you seen in the last 3 months one article that made me look good during this? One? Have you seen it? You haven't seen it nowhere. Because at the end of the day, my PR team is not out here playing with my case. So at the end of the day, when you sit here, y'all, like, I'm not gonna jeopardize my son, even if I know, regardless of what I know, it will come to light, and the truth will come to light, and no issue with that. I have no issue with that. But I need y'all to understand, like, I'm a human being, bro. Like, this shit hurts, bro. Seeing my friends, people that I had on quarantine radio, be people that were just like my real, like, at least people I thought were my friends, like people I thought were like cool people, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, everybody just shunned me. I showed everybody love at the top of the year. Everybody was on quarantine radio, hee hee ha ha ha. And the second y'all have an accusation, not even evidence, niggas just come bash me. I'm somebody who just, I don't get a say. Then I understand. Sometimes the way I move is unconventional, you know? And I came to a place where I was dealing with so much just talk and heat and just people coming at me that I made music because I was like, this is how I can speak through what I gotta do. This is how I can, we get so mad about artists making songs about the same thing, money, chains, and cars. So when a nigga comes out and says his true passion, puts his true heart, his emotions, the pain that he's dealing with his baby mother, his child, when a nigga goes and does that and pours his emotion into the tape, or what, he wrong? I'm wrong, I get shunned off. They took me off of every single playlist. They took me off of every playlist. They didn't want my story to come out. They didn't allow my story to come out because it came off insensitive. I came off insensitive to people. Now I want to speak on this. I don't ever want anybody to ever think that I've been insensitive to Breonna Taylor. I marched 9 days straight in Miami for her and George Floyd. I would never, bro, I've mourned this woman as well. And everyone said, listen, we're mourning a black woman today and you dropped an album? How dare the disrespect? Guys, let's bring this back. That day that I dropped that album, my mom, that was her birthday. And that was also the day she died. So I was also mourning a black woman. My mother, that meant a lot to me. My name is Daystar. I'm her youngest son. That meant a lot to me. And all I was doing was giving a truthful album about what I'm going through. And I thought that people were going to be able to hear it and feel me, but they didn't do that. And I don't expect, everyone to just jump into my side because at the end of the day, I didn't deserve that for the way that I handled this. There's been insensitive things that I've done. I apologize for, as far as me not talking to y'all, addressing y'all, coming to y'all sooner and saying, yo, bro, I ain't do this, my nigga. But y'all got to understand the reason why I wasn't able to do that. Once they made this an actual thing, I immediately called the lawyer and was just like, yo, what can I do here? Because there's times I was like, I'm going to just say the whole story right now. They need to know. No, you're not allowed to talk. I will handle that for you in the court of law. So at that point, it gets to a standpoint where it's like, my bad, my shit driving over. But look, it gets to a point where it's like, I'm sorry that right now, like, this is getting me a little riled up. It's just like, I'm a human being, bro. Like, I feel what you niggas feel. I go through the things that y'all go through, bro. Anybody on this comment list, anybody watching this right now, if you have ever been at a place where somebody has, that have been at a place where niggas are just coming at you, imagine just going through that for 3 months straight, just niggas, and you know that you're a talkative nigga that will say, nigga, nah, but you have your hands tied behind your back because legally you can't put anything else in jeopardy because it's not about Instagram at that point. It's about the well-being of my family and the mother of my child and my child. And at that point, I had to make a decision of whether or not this was more important or Instagram likes and understanding of this or whatever case was more important. Like, I've never been a person that's I've never been a person that's not expressed how he feels. There's things that I feel today, and I want y'all to understand something. Through every single thing that I'm going through the judge or not the judge, the accusations and the charges of 22 years and everything, I keep a smile on my face. Why? Because I know what I know. I know what I know. And at the end of the day, I'm not afraid of certain things because I gotta be strong for the people around me, dog. I have to be, because they can't see me weak right now. They can't see that. I can't allow, my fans can't see me weak right now. I can't allow them to do that. And I'm not a weak person. I pray to God this whole experience has gotten me so much closer to God and made me understand certain things about certain people and how they gonna operate when something happens. And it made me realize this is how people operate, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is another thing I wanna address on, and I don't care who looks at me and how they look at me. Like, my point of this is not to make y'all start bashing her. It's not to make y'all start bashing her. When she's bashed, I don't feel good. It doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel like, damn, bro, like, this whole situation in itself is causing this girl mental trauma, bro. That's still somebody I care about. I do not want to see her like that, bro, ever. I don't want to see her like that, bro. It is what it is. And if nobody looks at that, how they look at it, bro, it is what it is, dog. But I never want to see her weakened or her put down or her whatever, because then it goes against exactly what I'm talking about. How am I going to advocate for protecting black women if I'm doing something to bash her and bring her down? All I'm trying to let y'all know and understand here is the facts. It's the facts of what y'all got to understand. I can't allow at some point, just like I was waiting for my court date so I can say something. And when I finally said it, kind of way that's not the way that you want, I apologize, but I had to get this off my chest. And so it just is what it is. The truth will come to the light in the court of law. If y'all don't believe me, you don't believe me. It is what it is. If you do, you do. But I really just send prayers and love to her camp. I send prayers and love to the people around me, and I don't want us to be beefing. I don't want y'all to think that this is a Meg versus Tory thing. I'm not beefing with her. I'm not beefing with nobody. I don't have no, like, I'm chilling, bro. Like, with all due respect, I'm chilling. I want to get back to myself. I'm not gonna stop. When y'all see me at the club and I'm chilling, I'm partying. When y'all see me, if I come back with quarantine radio around Halloween, that's because I want to have fun. I want to still be the person I am. I want to still spread light. And the last thing I want to say before I get out of here, it is very important to me. And I didn't say it at the starting because, you know, it would have been whatever, but I want to say it now. The whole situation with Nigeria and the things that's going on with Nigeria right now are crazy. I'm sending 100 prayers over there, and I want to raise awareness for all of my celebrity fans to understand what the whole SARS movement and all that stuff is going on. They got people that are in the government that are just like just randomly, because they're governed by the government, can randomly just go out on the streets and just do shit to people, rob people, punch up your kid, all kinds of wild stuff. And this is going on right now in Nigeria. And I feel like it's something that I didn't want to be insensitive to, because at the end of the day, like, I'm on live right now with 200,000 people. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to be insensitive to the fact that somebody else is going through something, regardless of me going through what I'm going through. Everybody, please bring some awareness to SARS. Please bring some awareness to the things that are going on in Nigeria, and let's do whatever we can do to help.
Okay, so it just said that the live ended. So I guess he ended the live mid talking about SARS. What do you guys think about what Tory Lanez had to say? If you guys want to chime in and let me know what you think, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. The link is pinned to the top of the chat, but I wanted to go live while he was live, so immediately after we can get you guys his thoughts right away on what you think about what he said. Obviously, the particulars, like he said, will come out in the court of law, and I would assume that he would not tell exactly what happened, because anything that he says in relations to that night can and will be used against him in the court of law, and that's what he has a lawyer for. So I don't find it weird that he didn't tell us exactly what happened, because when he goes to trial, it's going to be laid out at that moment. But for those of you guys to hear him speak out right now and speak out to what he said so far, what do you guys think about that? Do you think that he was being genuine? Do you think that it was a cap? I've seen a couple people saying that they felt like it was cap in the chat. I've seen a couple people saying that they felt like he was being genuine. So let me know what you guys think. I just reposted the link again, and the link is also pinned to the top of the chat as well. Somebody says, yes, Tory, imagine going through it for 17 years before the truth came out in a court of law. I feel for you, and I know they tried to nab something. Tiffany says, it will be funny as F if Meg goes to court and she was lying. And then someone else says, hey, Tory Lanez, don't drop the soap. All right, K the Truth, what are your thoughts? K the Truth? All right, moving on. HH. Okay. J. Curl.
Hello.
Let me know your thoughts.
On the Tory Lanez?
Yes, yes.
Hello?
Yeah, let me know your thoughts on Tory Lanez.
You're talking about the Tory Lanez situation?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going on.
Okay, we're getting you up off of here, Jay. Kisco Blue.
Yes. Hello?
What are your thoughts about his live that he just did?
Okay, I honestly feel like he was acting, and I also feel like it's I don't know, it's like I could just tell by the way he was wording his words in his space that he's a straight manipulator.
Well, he
And
doesn't say too much because he does have to litigate his case.
true, true. But also, it's almost, you could tell he was using internet points that everyone was basically using this whole entire time to invalidate Megan's story.
Mhm.
So that was a little bit odd. You were there that night. If you really didn't do it, it just sounds like he was reading word for word all the comments and statements that people were saying. So why not? I mean, I understand you can't go into exact details, but it's I don't know. It's like he made this point stating that oh um the five those words in her feet you can't
Right,
take.
it's a lot of background noise. I can't really hear you clearly.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. He made this
Are you
statement saying,
driving?
"You can hear me now?"
Yeah, but it's a lot of background noise. Like you got a window down or you're in front of a fan or something.
Okay,
But go
hold
ahead.
on. I'm gonna turn it off. So yeah,
But just speed
he
it
was
up.
saying that
We got a lot of people chiming in. Speed it up.
this is the last one that I'll say then. I would say that he made this statement saying she never really got shot, but at the end of the day, I want to know, is the medical report lying or what? So is he trying to pull this card that the medical people, they're in on it, Megan's team is in on it, it's just this whole world of conspiracy against him one. Like, come on now. That's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you so much for chiming in.
Okay.
All right. All right, so we have a lot of people chiming in. I'm gonna need people to, when you call in, try to speed it up a little bit. Don't kind of like drag it because we have a lot of people who want to talk. Also, yeah, kind of like try to get to the point quicker so that I can get through everybody. Okay, because it's a lot of people who want to speak, so don't make it too long-winded. Don't take too long to get to the point. Just kind of, try to get there a little bit quicker. All right, Queen B. Queen B. All right. FTR.
Yep.
Hey, what are your thoughts?
Everybody follow me on
Okay,
Instagram.
y'all take too long. You gotta speed it up.
You gotta follow me on IG. TYBB.D.
Okay, you playing games. All right, Chanel.
Okay, hey, first of all, I want to say, Megan is the hottest rapper out right now. What would she have to gain from, out in the Z-list celebrity, basically? All Megan is doing right now is trying to get as many followers as he can because his last album was a flop. So he's just trying to garner as much money as he can. So when he goes to jail, he's going to have money for his books. And people aren't seeing this. Like, he has so much to say in the song, but he just can't tell you straight. So if it was about like anything legal, then why did he come out with this whole album about it? And why would he
Well,
say
in
he's
the
not
album,
bashing
he didn't
her?
say specifics of the. He didn't say specifics of the incident.
Yeah, and then he lied and he said he wasn't bashing her, but the whole song he was saying bees and bees and how he was saying that he protects black women, but the whole album was about him dragging black women. There were nobody else that he was dragging but black women and non-black women. And he was saying how Kylie was like an angel, and he was basically referring to Megan as the devil in the situation when he was, and like, okay, in the night, like if you were charged with gun possession and Megan was shot, then who shot Megan if you had the gun that night? That's what I'm confused about, because it's like, who grabbed the gun and shot her? Because her best friend didn't do it, and nobody else said they do it, and he's not saying he didn't do it. So, he's just running around the bush trying to make money, so when he goes to jail, he'll just have money on his books, basically.
All righty. Well, thank you, Chanel. And I just want to point out that he went after everybody who was going after him. He went after Maul. He went after Bun B. He went after a lot of men too. So I just wanted to be fair and accurate in if we go say
Yeah,
something,
and all those fights cause
you gotta
money,
be accurate.
because like when you get clout, people come to you and they want to know more. So he's just like trying to garner up as much money as he can so he can fight his legal. And plus, if Megan didn't have any evidence, then why would she go to court and charge this man with no evidence? The only reason people go to court is because they have evidence
Well, we
without
don't
reasonable doubt that this man is guilty of what he did.
we
That
don't
means
know
that
that Megan went to court though. We don't like the DA could pick up a case on their own. But I'm gonna go to the next person, Chanel. Because you can't be adding in stuff. You adding in stuff. Ash.
Hey, neat girl.
Hey. What are your thoughts?
Okay, yeah, so let me just jump in. So I basically, all I want to say is I don't want to hear from Tory. I don't want to hear from Megan. Honestly, I want to hear from Kelsey, and I want to hear from the bodyguard. I want to hear from people who don't have a lot to risk depending on what truth comes out. Tory honestly didn't really say much. He didn't say anything worth listening to. He kind of just talked in circles. So to be honest, I'm done. Unless Kelsey is talking, like I'm front row in line. Once Kelsey starts talking, once the bodyguard starts talking, I'm there. But Tory and Megan, it's like they're playing games. Playing games.
All right.
That's
Thank
it,
you,
neat.
Ash, for keeping it straight, simple, and to the point, girl.
Yes. You know, girl, we got to keep it going. So next
All
caller.
right. Thank you. All right, Jess.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so my thoughts are I think that the whole live was pointless. Like, he really didn't say anything. He just really said how he felt, which was pretty much the same thing he did in his album. So I just feel like he hyped everybody up to say nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it sounded like he was trying to give people who didn't have reasonable doubt. But I feel like
Yeah, in my
felt that way, they've already investigated those things already. So I feel you.
right. So that's all I had to say. I just feel like he just went live for nothing because he still didn't say anything.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jess. Thank you for keeping it straight to the point, girl.
Period, Pooh. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right, Kenny.
Yes, finally. I just
Hey,
want to say, first
girl.
of all, you look great. You look good. You look nice, chocolatey skin,
Thank you.
just glowing. Okay, now I'm gonna get straight to the point. What are people not understanding, like, about this? I feel like at the end of the day, Megan got hurt. Okay, like, let's just say we don't know. We all have all these accusations put out there. We really don't know, right? But at the end of the day, he's acknowledged, and everybody in this situation, they have acknowledged that somebody has gotten hurt, which was Megan. I feel like Tory's whole little, spew and this, that, and the third, he didn't say shit. What did he say? He didn't say shit. And we know that he can't say anything, but at the same time, it's like you have no real remorse. And that's what, I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. I'm multitasking, girl. I'm
no, I get it. I'm just like, it's just blowing my mind. Like, how many people just like completely ignore the fact that it doesn't matter. Like, Megan got hurt at the end of the day, and Tory's reaction to the situation, I think, is what hurts her even more. It's like he keeps bringing up, she lost her mom and stuff like that, the personal shit that they shared when they were together. And it's like, that's what some guys do. And it's like, it's not right. As a man, Tory should, at least admit that he had some wrong in the situation and just keep it at that and keep it moving, be silent. But he's steady going on and on. And, like, I think everybody played their part. Everybody was drunk, but it's like people are mad wild in the comments with what they're saying, like, towards Megan. It's like, are y'all serious? Y'all telling her to produce evidence? She don't have to prove anything to anybody. Like, seriously.
All right. Thanks, Kenny girl. Thanks for giving your thoughts on the matter. And we're going to go to the next person.
Yeah.
All right. Shy Royalty, or She Royalty?
Hello.
Hey, what's your thought?
Okay. So, I've been following this story for a long time, and I've been meaning to talk to you about it, but I never could get in because it's always full. But I want to say that I was shocked that Tory would get on here. I had seen it at the very end. I seen like the last 10 minutes of it, so I didn't see it from the very beginning when you first went live. But I'm just shocked that he will actually get on here because he done stayed quiet so long. Like he might as well have stayed quiet, till everything was said and done. But I think he just more so frustrated over the situation, and he want to call out his friends. He want to call out his homies. He want to call out his so-called fans, his supporters and stuff. So I think he's just more so frustrated, and um I'm kind of more so on his side because I feel like Megan is a liar. I feel like she a manipulator. Um, like if y'all look at the facts, like you can't say things and then add and subtract what you want to add and subtract. You got to tell a story exactly how it is. I don't play that. So I don't understand how people is just, so quick to lift up Meg and put down Tory. And plus, like, why is y'all so quick to say, guilt trip this man? And he ain't had no words, no say. Like, I seen somebody in the comments talking about oh, it was the wrong timing, and what else they said, the wrong timing, and it was poor taste. Like how he got the right to say his point of view. Like if he feel that if he know that he innocent, baby, I'm gonna tell my truth. What you mean? And he can't really say too much because he is under the law. He getting accused of this. So, he can only do so much. He can only move, so swiftly with everything. So you gotta play it smart. It's not arrogance, like a lot of people are saying. It's not arrogance. It's just he got to go by what the lawyers is telling him to do. So, y'all see, I think the confidence is shit. I didn't do it. That's what I think it is. I didn't do it, and y'all gonna see shit, and I think y'all gonna see. So that's it.
All righty. Well, thank you for chiming in. We're gonna go on to the next.
All right, thank you.
All right. Okay. We got Q. Hey, Q. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. All right, call back in, Q. I'll bring you to the front. Ashley?
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey, girl, you done put that red lip on, showing out.
Thank you. You look beautiful too.
Thank you. We gotta bring Ashley up a little bit so y'all can see put that lip on. Go ahead, Ashley.
I just feel bad for Megan out of all of this because just to have to go through this and people saying that you're lying and you're not. I mean, we all saw the footage. We saw something happen that night. So in that aspect, she's not lying. But what I do find, I kind of question Tory because he's saying that he can't speak on it, but yet he wrote a whole album. So couldn't they use that in court for him, against him? Because he spoke on the situation in an album.
He didn't say the actual incident. Like if he would have said, oh, me and Kelsey was in the car and the gun went off or she reached for the gun, that's pertaining to the actual incident. He didn't say anything of the actual incident in the album. He said kind of what led up to it and how things happened afterwards, but he didn't say. He was smart to not mention that part. So I don't know if they can actually use where he didn't say.
Well, he should also just be careful because you don't want to break attorney-client privileges. He's saying, "Oh, I will talk to my lawyer." I think he should just. We'll find out. Only time will tell. But as a Black woman, I do feel bad for Megan because I really feel like if it was another race, she wouldn't be getting all this hate that she's getting because she showed the footage. I feel like she keeps having to prove that it happened to her, to prove that she's the victim. And regardless if Tory did it, if Kelsey did it, if the security guard did it, something happened that night. And I just couldn't be her to have to sit there and see people talking about I'm lying about a situation and have to constantly prove my innocence. So I don't know. It's very bizarre that he
can say and I don't want to interject too much.
Go ahead.
I just kind of want this to be like you guys' thoughts or whatever, but it boils my blood when people say that if it was a white person, it would be different, or if it was a white person, they wouldn't get hate. We pick apart Becky's and Karen's every single day. Like we pick apart Becky's and Karen's every single day, and you cannot compare a person not telling the truth to somebody who, you know, we don't know if they would have told the truth or not. Like, so if that person would have been in this incident, if they said on the scene, on the spot, this person shot me right then and there, you can't compare an outcome of somebody speaking at that moment to somebody who didn't speak for a month about it.
Right.
You know? That's the only thing that boils my blood, but you know, everything else.
I'm sorry for boiling your blood.
No, people say if it was a white girl, if it was Kylie, I'm like, if it was Kylie, Chris would have been at the police station that night. Like,
right.
It wouldn't have
I would have been at the police station. I would have, but it's bizarre because she's adamant that her story is true, and he's adamant that his story is true, and it's like you don't know who to believe. I can see how people don't know who to believe because it's like they are so adamant that what they are saying is true. So, like I said, only time will tell. And I'm following the story. And thank you, girl.
And I like that.
You have a good day, beautiful. Bye.
What color red is that?
I don't even, girl. It's from the 99-cent store. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, it looked good.
Thank you.
All right, have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye.
All right. Colorado Black. Colorado Black. One, two, three, into the. You there?
Yes, me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I just wanted to say that professionals have looked at this case. They took their time. They gathered additional evidence to charge him additionally. And if it was a security guards are bonded and insured. If he did shoot somebody, whether it be mistake or on purpose, his insurance would cover him for all that. So I don't think the security guard has anything to do with it. I don't think Kelsey has anything to do with it. I think Daystar did it because the truth is stronger than any fiction or any fuckery in the world. And if his truth is the truth, then that will come out in court. He don't need to keep on putting out albums and lives and all this. The truth, the evidence would speak for him in court. I think he's just doing too much.
Okay, and Meg the Stallion just tweeted, "This nigga genuinely crazy."
Yup, true.
So that's what Meg the Stallion just tweeted. Shout out to who was that in the chat that told me to look up her last tweet. Yeah, so she said this nigga genuinely crazy. But all right, thank you, Colorado Black.
You're welcome.
All right. Sin City. Sin City. Okay, we got 1, 2, 2 to the 3 to the 4. All right, we're gonna go to the next. Roadman.
Hello.
Are you about to troll?
No.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Hold on. I just want to say about Tory that you know, I'm have to tell his story because, you know, she tell him a story and that's persecution that she put upon him. Because, you know, him not come back from that, if that's true. Him career done.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, what I wanted to find out about the story was how she see him shoot him if she was walking, if her back was turned.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want, you know, to hear about the story. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Roman. All right. Tory Lanez.
Oh no, man. I just got a question. If you was innocent and you had the whole world bashing you, wouldn't you feel like you need to address some things?
I feel like if I honestly do. I think that if people continue to see him out, it was always gonna be like, ooh, Tory's out, ooh, this, ooh, that. If he didn't actually genuinely or not ingenuinely come forward and speak and address some things, especially if he wants to do his quarantine radio, if he wants to, do things in the meantime, he most definitely would have needed to address some things, I think. But other people don't think.
I know, and I just feel like it's a little hypocritical when you see Meg The Stallion out partying and still living her life. I mean, just because she got shot in the foot doesn't mean she should just stop being who she is. And I think the same thing applies to Tory Lanez. He should be able to continue being himself, even though he's going through some things.
So, what do you think about what he said in his live, particularly?
I caught it at the end, so I didn't really see what he said at the beginning. But I mean, he's basically saying that's his friend. He still has some type of feeling for her, but he's also claiming that he's innocent. So he feels like people need to respect that too and just wait for the details of the case and the truth will come out. Like if I'm innocent, that's how I would be. Like, wait to the like, why are y'all trying to sit here and accuse me of something that's not even proven? I'd feel some type of way, like anybody else would.
They in the chat saying that you handsome and all that. You could go ahead and shout out your Instas and if you want to shout out your Instagram real quick.
Instagram is Hey Jordy, and you can follow me. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Jordy with a 0, so J0RDY. And I talked about it on my channel too. So, but Hey Jordy on Instagram, Hey Jordy with a 0.
All right. Well, Jordy, they gonna be in your DMs. They said he handsome and all that.
All right.
Dre Atkinson. Atkinson. I don't know if I said it right. Atkinson.
You said it right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's just get straight to the point. Now, if somebody then went, like if we done went to the club or something, and we both drunk, you know how you turn up.
Mm-hmm.
She said that both of them was intoxicated. We all know why would she just get on national, like not national TV, but on the internet and tell us everything that happened, play by play, and she was emotional about it. This nigga went live and said absolutely positively nothing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I feel. I feel like it was a waste of time, child. And I believe Megan and I don't believe him. Because if you innocent, baby, you is innocent. And that's just that on that.
All right, Dre.
All right, girl, you look good too. I like that curly hair on you. It's real cute.
Thank you.
All right, bye, boo.
All right, bye-bye. Trey Magenta.
Can you hear me, boss lady?
Yes, I can.
I just want to let you know that you look extremely beautiful, but I need people to not believe anything that they hear and believe half of what they see. I hear a lot of people keep saying that what does Meg have to gain from it all? And people don't understand that it's the music industry. The whole thing is controlled by perspective in the first place. So I suggest that people take more of a neutral standpoint instead of committing the evil habits of humanity where people are quick to jump on board just because of personal interest in who they like more, and understand that it really could, anything could be possible when dealing with any of this, and it's because the music industry is beyond manipulative. Y'all gotta stop. It's all manipulation.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
The music industry isn't based upon talent anymore. There's no Whitney Houston's. It's all WWE. It's all about show. It's all about story. It's all about conspiracy. That's what makes the money go around. Don't forget, the Jews run this whole show. It ain't the black people, it's the Jews, and they love the conspiracies and everything like that. I'm not even trying to take it there, but don't believe anything that you hear and believe half of what you see. And I hear a lot of people saying that Tory isn't saying anything, but understand too, at the end of the day, rather if he did it or not, that's a black man having to defend himself in court. That's still an African-American male. I mean, he's from Canada or whatever. The man grew up most of his life from Miami. He can't say or do certain things regardless. Like he said, he has a family and stuff like that, and I get it. And I'm not taking any sides because if that's fucked up. But if she lied to, I'm going in and out like to that same level of accountability because we need to protect each other. All right,
Yo,
can you hear me?
Yeah, now it's better. Go ahead.
All right. We need to hold each other to that same level of accountability because me as a black man, if I don't have you on my side, Queen, I'm not shit. And also, it's my job. It is my job and my duty to want to protect you. So I want us to stop being so. I get it. Our women are strong, always been strong, and I get that. But we all need help. You know what I'm saying? So I should be willing to die for you, but we don't want our younger generation to be hesitant to do certain things because they feel like they get crucified for the smallest of things. Men are not shit without our women. And I do feel like it's a major agenda to make you all mad at us and for you all to hate us because if y'all are mad at us, we not shit and can't do shit. And that's a fact. And I just feel like this game, this level of puppet show that they playing in this Master Your Puppet Show ain't even got nothing to do with Megan or Tory. So just please, like I said, y'all don't believe shit that y'all hear and believe half of what y'all see. Don't let them fool y'all.
All right. Thank you for coming in. All right, Jessica.
Hello, it's me. Hey, Nick. Thanks for having me on your show. Okay, everything is going on right now is a mess. I just feel like Tory Lanez, he really needed that tonight. I really feel like he needed to speak, not just, to clear the air, but just to his fans, I guess. But at the same time, he didn't really tell us nothing that we already didn't know. I feel like he knows it's more to the story. I just feel like the way he was explaining it, he was just trying to like tell his fans, like, read between the lines, like, look, this girl been lying since day one, even though we can't really take sides because we got to see how it's gonna play out in court. But I just feel like he was just basically letting us know, like, y'all need to read between the lines. Like, he was trying to give us timelines on like the stories and how she was switching up the stories or whatever about like what happened. I just feel like he said, like she probably seen herself on that video and it was like a letdown. Like she probably was embarrassed like to see like the world seeing her in that type of situation. Dealing with a gun. It was late at night. You outside, you dripping blood. Like it just looked bad for her. And I just think they needed a story because I feel like something else happened. Like she might have flipped out. Anything like they could have got to fighting, but as far as him shooting her, I doubt if that happened.
All righty. Well, thank you, Jessica. We're gonna go to Fifi.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, Fifi TV. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Well, I got two people. So Fifi TV will go first, and then Akai.
Hey, Nick. Right.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm just tired of everybody just taking up for Tory because at the end of the day, I'm a woman of a particular age. Okay, so this is nothing new. Women over the years they always get abused and take up for their abuser. It's nothing new. That's why they have laws in place to protect them. They're not going to make arrests or charges unless they got enough evidence that they can make those charges. I have a friend that's no longer here. They had this man on video and everything until they got the evidence, the DNA, and everything that they needed. That's when they picked him up. And everybody keeps saying Meg lying. She was injured. She was injured. At the end of the day, she was injured. So I don't know what she could possibly be lying about. She still was injured. And if Tory was so innocent, he would have said something when it first happened. Not wait till he got charged and all that. Now he want to tell his story. So I'm like, it's just ridiculous. It's her fault and it's his fault. She should have said something when it first happened, and he should have said something if he's so innocent. Because if he was innocent, he would have told his story off the muscle. Not wait till he got charged and he to pull all these stunts.
So I think that a lot of people mess up their cases by talking too soon and not letting it be tried in a court of law. Like if you talk too soon, you could bring up charges on your own self. You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree with that. I think that a lot of people mess up their case by talking too soon.
But he made a whole EP record, whatever he did. So I think he was listening. I think he's listening a lot to these fans, and they're convincing him because he has a track record of being very abusive. He does have a track record of that. And I think, you know how sometimes people can tell you something so much and you start believing it yourself? And I think that's what his problem is right now. all these people telling him, oh, he didn't do nothing to her, she lying, she changing her story. But she was still injured. At the end of the day, she still got hurt, and somebody got apparently gonna be held accountable for it. That's how I feel about it.
All right, thank you, Fifi TV. Now we're gonna go to Akai.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, my thoughts on the story is, I think he's innocent. One reason why, you know, that she said she posted a picture of her foot on her story. If she really got shot, why didn't she show her foot on the live? You never saw her show her own foot or her face or anything showing that was her foot. She could have just posted a random foot and you would never know because she didn't let it be known it was her. She just posted a picture of her foot. And like he said, it's like 30 something bones in your body and hundreds of tendons. It did not hit not one of them. And judging by where she got shot at, it made no sense for the bullet to not hit not one tendon or not one bone. Now I'm not saying he's right, because I'm not a fan of either of them, but I do think she might be lying about some things. He might be lying about some things too.
All righty. Well, thank you, Akai.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right. Lucky?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what are your thoughts?
First, I'm kind of, as far as who's innocent, who's guilty, I want to focus on the way she introduced this whole thing and the whole protect Black men narrative. That's what kind of got me off. And I want to comment to Ashley where she was like, if it was another race, would it happen? Would she have felt the same way? Would she have felt the need to protect them if it wasn't a Black man? Heck no. You come on with this narrative while totally tarnishing everything. First, it was to protect the Black man that injured you, that hurt you. Where does this make sense? For the hundreds of however many numbers of Black men, young, old, or whatever, just like Cece came on with a personal story that she connected to this narrative that she put out. Where does it make sense? When did you feel the need to stop protecting him? Because like he said live, hell, he didn't come out speaking nothing for a good 3 months. So what was he responding to? People didn't say, oh, Tory responding to comments and everything. This girl has went drastic. Now, granted, people didn't settle down to the point of, well, she's injured. Why would she lie? Y'all is literally saying, why do liars lie? Because that's what they do. Liars lie. You have to pay attention to the damn facts, to the car facts. I don't know what happened and what took place in that car, but the way that she came out with this narrative of putting Black men against Black women in a Black Lives Matter movement is totally distasteful for me. Totally distasteful for me. How he responded and all of that, it's a legal issue. But I've been paying attention to her since she sat up there and did that. Men go back talking about the nigga shot me. You telling Instagram, why you ain't telling the LAD? These are trained professionals. They don't know in LA, my love, LAPD, they don't know a gun rule. It doesn't make any sense to me. And just stick with the facts, stay with that narrative. Why even approach the situation like that? How in the hell are you protecting somebody who shot you? And then you so pressed over some memes and some comments that you don't now come out and unprotect them.
All righty. Well, thank you for chiming in. I'm going to go to the next person.
Okay.
All right. Jay. All righty. Well, thank you for chiming in. I'm going to go to the next person. You got to cut it off in the back. All right. Jay. Yes. For chiming in, I'm going to go to the next person. You gotta cut it off in the background. Okay, I gotta bring you off. You ain't cut it off yet. I'm gonna give you some time to fix it and then come back. India.
Hi. Nick, we talked about this like a few weeks ago. And you know what? When I was watching his live, I was getting so mad because me and you, and it was another lady, we were like windmilling the whole comment section last time about the fact about critical thinking and about the fact that it's a multitude of things that could have happened that day. And I think maybe because I watched too much Investigation Discovery and too much, like, I don't know, stuff to see how people do. You can't just be so quick to just believe what this girl's saying. Not saying that he wasn't trifling and he didn't do something crazy, like disrespect her, like trying to talk to Kylie in front of her or smashing her friend or whatever. But that does not give you the excuse to possibly lie about somebody shooting you on your foot. It just don't make sense. Because to me, if you got shot in both your feet, how you walking around? And he did make a valid point though. Like, if you having surgery on your both your feet, like you say, how you in there taking pictures of them while you having surgery? Who does that? It just don't make sense.
Well,
So,
in Meg's defense, that didn't look like the actual night. That looked like that probably was a follow-up visit to probably check on it. That's kind of what it looked like to me. It didn't look like
it looked like to me she was in there getting stitches, and she took pictures while she was getting stitches, and like she was in somebody's urgent care clinic. But to me, it doesn't make any sense. Her story doesn't make sense. So, and at least he's not out here, to me, he's not out here trying to get just clout out the situation like her, to me. Because he could have came out and just said what he wanted to say. But I don't know. To me, his life just made a lot more sense. And it's not bashing her, but if you wrong, you wrong. And that's just how I feel. That's all I want to say.
All righty. Thank you, India.
Bye.
All right. Trini DeBone.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I agree with India, but I don't understand the point is when they want to try to say that she is lying. No matter what, she still got injured. And as a female, how is she protecting him? Maybe yes, she did say, okay, I'm protecting him because she don't want him to get arrested. And all the stuff that's going on right now with people being killed. If she, this is how I'm seeing in my eye. If she told them in front of the police, oh, this nigga shot me. Next minute, or she came out, right, and she was like she wasn't thinking. She would have got shot by the cops. He would have got shot. So if she had told them right then and there, oh, he got shot, oh, he shot me, it would have been blown up that same entire night real quick than how it blown up today, or from the time schedules. You understand where I'm coming from?
I don't know what. I don't know. I think I'm missing something. Say
so what I'm trying to say is, if she had came out right, and she told the police and all that, they would have won. He would have been in jail, but it would have been a whole thing was going on. It would have been a whole trial like that. It would have been immediately quickly if she had told them, and then after that, people came at her, oh, you ratted him out, oh, you ratted him out. So the people that his fans would feel like, oh, she's ranting Tory Lanez out. She's ranting Tory Lanez out. You understand now?
I don't think so. Like if she would have told what happened to the cops, if she would have told what happened to the doctors, TMZ would have got that report and they would have told it.
Yeah, and then after that,
she would have reported it, and it would have been. She wouldn't have had to defend herself so much if there wasn't an initial statement of the whole glass thing. Because people started to feel like, wait, whoa, like I thought it was glass. Like that's where people started to discredit it. And as the story went on, if it was an initial report right then and there, Tory Lanez went to jail for shooting Meg the Stallion, I don't think that it would have been I don't think that people would have doubted her as much, because you know what I'm saying? It would have been boom, that's it. It wouldn't have been I was cut by glass, then it was this, then it was that, then it was that. You know what I'm saying?
The reason why I said like his fans, people that support him would have came and people that support him would have came and downgrade her and feel like, oh girl, you ran a black man out.
TMZ could have simply reported it.
That's
People
what I'm saying.
Snitch or anything. If the situation happened and it was stated that Tory Lanez shot her, people wouldn't have been calling her a snitch if it was a news reporting and if it was from the cops.
Yeah. And can I bring on a second thing? Because I feel like with this whole thing of he have right to speak. I'm not saying he can't speak out, right? I'm not saying he can't speak out.
Mm-hmm.
What I feel like, what we are, people is trying to make it seem like, oh, well, let's bash her, let's keep going bashing her, and then let's not let the situation play out, let let the whole trial, the whole stuff play out first, but let's quick to like say that she's what you call it, in my eye is like she like, oh, I'm sorry, in my eye is like, oh, she's putting a black man to jail, oh, this, she's doing that. So it's like, people, for me is like, if you want to stand up for her, and if you're trying to be a true Megan fan, or you try, because I'm neutral, I'm not a whole Megan Thee Stallion fan. I'm not a whole Tory Lanez fan. I feel like in the music industry, they are blowing up up to the proportion where they put people in a competitive state. I'm not a whole Tory Lanez fan. I feel like in the music industry, they are blowing up
Jadiva, you still got it playing in the back. You got to cut off in the back.
they put people in a competitive state.
Oh, can you stop turning the phone?
I feel like the music industry, they are blowing
Jadiva, you still got it playing in the back. You got to cut off in the back. Oh, can you stop turning the phone? Okay, I was trying to add Jadiva because she wanted to be added next, but she still got it playing in the back.
So what I'm trying to say is like, it's like music putting people so much in competitive, with, especially with Black African Americans. It's like they don't want Black African Americans to stand up and be a voice to younger people, especially like little kids or thing like that. But they just want to put them against each other. And I feel like when it comes to a female and a man, it's like, it's so like they want to be so it's so toxic. Like, it's like, let's put this so much toxic energy.
All right, I'm gonna have you wrap it up.
Mm-hmm. So I just feel like, one, people need to just let this thing play out. Let's let it play out in peace without coming out and just like making this whole thing. He spoke out, leave it alone. He spoke as a fan, he spoke his side. She spoke her side. Just dead it.
All right, thank you, Trinity Bone.
You're welcome.
All right, Jadiva, I'm gonna try to add you this last time.
Please.
Girl, I'm like, if you don't get this sound together, what's going on?
Oh my God. Thank you. I never did this before. I'm so sorry.
All right, go ahead.
So, my whole thing is, I'm not on both sides, and I'm not gonna say I'm not against both. You know what I mean? But I feel like with Megan Thee Stallion, I feel like she should never have went live to begin with. Regarding the whole situation, they should just let that play out. With the courts before coming to social media. And then now with Tory trying to come out or whatever and say whatever he has to say and coming out with an album, she's kind of making me believe Tory because of all her drunken lives and just, doing the most. And now I'm thinking like that night, obviously she was fucked up. And when you fucked up the way she drank, you don't remember half the shit that happened. And then she's saying that when she turned around, she got shot, but she don't know who shot her. I don't know. That kind of sounds suspect. And then with the whole glass thing, when you see the picture of her foot, it doesn't look like gunshots. It looked like she probably did really step on glass, or a shot was done and glass hit her or whatever. Or maybe she just popped off on him and shit just happened. I don't know. It just seems like it should never have gotten this far, and I feel like social media is kind of fucking it up. And I didn't mean to curse, sorry, but I feel like they just did too much. I feel like she did too much, and now he's talking and he's not really saying nothing. I don't feel like he even really answered any questions in his live. But with the way Megan Thee Stallion did this whole situation, she's like making people gravitate towards believing him and not believing her.
All righty. Well, thank you for chiming in finally. And now, Will.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
All right, Manuel.
Hey, how you doing? It's
You
Maggie.
rubbing up on what you eating on up in that car?
Oh, Chick-fil-A cookie.
Oh, you fucking that cookie up. Go ahead.
My mama. Yeah, I think she was extremely right. I just had to join this because I had to put my 2 cents in, which I shouldn't do it. She was right. She had a valid point.
Who was right?
The last lady that was just on here.
Okay.
And the lady before too. Pretty much at the end of the day, what's done in the dark will always come to the light. So the universe is naturally going to draw what's true to the light. So what she was just saying, she gravitated toward that same type of energy. So if you think about it, Meg is going to keep stumbling because what she's saying may or may not be true, and if it's not true, then it's automatically going to make the other person look good. And so that's why everybody, oh, Tory, I don't know, he could be telling the truth, but just his demeanor, I think at the end of the day, it's also a PR thing going on. It's a PR battle between both of their PRs because she came out with a statement like really quick, and then he didn't. So I'm guessing his PR was like, okay, hey, just be quiet, try not to say too much. I don't know if I'm eating up too much time, but I think for the most part, somebody's lying. Ain't nobody gonna tell the truth.
Well, obviously, there's clear, totally different statements being made. One is saying you're guilty, one is saying you're innocent. So it's obviously somebody.
And also, yes, and also sometimes the court of public opinion can sway something like tremendously within the media, and I know that they know that, and so they're trying to use public opinion to boost each other's or boost their career a little bit more.
They're telling you to step into the light in the chat.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I'm in the car. But if you think about it, Tory's having a great trajectory. He's having a great career until this happened. He got his master's, and this just popped off. You think about Meg, she kind of needed that little extra boost. And if you understand or if you really pay attention, she dropped a song, went #1. I believe it was #1. WAP was #1. Everybody's coming to her side. She's doing collabs with people that normally would never collab or make that type of music. It's just like her career is just like shooting all the way up, and it's crazy. And I'm completely unbiased. I like to look at things from a different perspective. But yeah, that's just what it looks like to me. It just seems like she's not telling the truth, and I feel like she should. She should come clean, and I think he should come clean, like completely. Obviously, it's a trial going on, so they can't say too much, but she's saying too much, and that's what's making it crazy because she's going a little overboard with it, especially when she's like, "B word, you shot me." I don't know if I can cuss on her, but she's like, "You shot me," calling him out his name on live. I'm like, whoa, why is she so angry?
I mean, well, if somebody shot you, you'd be angry.
Yeah, but days after. Come on now, like a couple days after.
I would be calling you all kind of BANs if you shot me. Yeah, BAN this, yeah, BAN that, and you'd probably be talking about your Bobby, your daddy, and your granddaddy.
I mean, at the end of the day, they were dating, I guess, behind the scenes. So, yeah.
Well, all righty, Manuel.
Yeah. I hope I got everything I needed out correctly. I'm not trying to set anybody off, but from an unbiased perspective, I'm just gonna close with this. I feel like they both should come clean the best way possible. Because, after I heard that interview from his bodyguard today, I'm like, oh, whoa, that sounds a bit accurate. I mean, it sounds like it's accurate. Anybody.
I don't think that bodyguard interview is true. I think that's like a troll, but.
You think so? Wow.
Yeah, I don't think that's real.
Yeah, because, it's kind of sensitive information. But yeah, thank you for having me.
All right. Peace out, Manuel. All right, Sheikah.
Hey, Nick.
Yes. Hey.
Okay, so I just wanted to get on. I always come on your little lives and give my opinion. So I, for one, am happy that Tory went live because everybody's been asking for it. Whether they agreed with his side or Megan's side, everybody wanted to know why he did not talk, why he didn't say anything. So he took the opportunity on this live to give everybody the truth and tell everybody why he couldn't talk. Rock Nation told him not to speak on it. His team told him not to speak on it. So, getting into Megan and her story. Now, when he's breaking that down, he's basically just piece by piece, and he's just bringing certain things to people's attention that I feel like I've been saying from the beginning. Like, girl, if you was shot, why didn't you tell the police that this nigga shot me? Like, you're not trying to protect nobody, especially if, all it takes is for a couple of little trolls to come under your Instagram page and say some things for you to switch up the story. That man, he's never spoke. He never spoke until basically he released the album. So what you go on live, you're like, oh, this nigga keeps speaking on me. He keeps speaking on me. Who spoke on you? Instagram spoke on you. Black Twitter spoke on you, but Tory didn't say anything. So if anything, you should be getting on live and you should be like, yeah, y'all sitting here making light of a situation and you don't know what happened. Just stay tuned. But you don't sit here and say, oh, this man shot me, this and the other with you got grazed by a bullet. I've been saying that the whole time. You've got grazed by a bullet, girl. Like anybody that know anything about anything knows that was a graze, not a gunshot. Period. But I just feel like I'm happy he said a little. He basically like spoke that he acknowledged that it's a situation going on. He's tired of everybody bashing his name. Me for one, I'm tired of Black women victimizing ourselves. You understand? Like there are real life situations that go on, but that's for every race. It's domestic violence in every race. But we're not going to keep sitting and making it seem like, oh, we're just a victim when it comes to everything. We're not. Don't keep victimizing yourself. That makes you look weak. That's why we're never going to get out of the position that we're in because we're constantly downing ourselves. We're constantly downplaying ourselves. We're constantly making ourselves look stupid. Like basically you're saying, oh, okay, so no Black women. Okay, so you're saying no Black women, we're going to protect our Black men. So even if they shoot us, beat our ass, or whatever, we're going to protect them. So we're not even going to protect ourselves. We're going to protect the men. But then we're going to ask, well, who's going to protect women? That makes no sense. But I just wanted to say that. I'm done.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, me.
All right. So the last two people I'm going to bring on is Amir and Lavala. I don't even know how to say it.
Hello.
I don't know how to say it. But thank you for everybody else. Sorry, I can't get to you, but I want to cap this at an hour and 30 minutes. I may do an after show on my second channel. If you guys still want to get on and talk, look in the links and I'll put my second channel. We can do like an after show there, but I want to cap this at hour and 30. All right, so go Amir and then Love.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I wanted to say was regarding to what the last person said, like I'm a little bit confused because Black women have been victimized in the US in numerous occasions and have never been protected. I feel like Black women are the most unprotected in the country. Like it's been countless Black women that have passed away, been killed, and nobody believes or has even looked into their deaths or even trying to get justice for these Black women. And you have to look at the facts when it comes into the Megan Thee Stallion case. Everything matches exactly what she was saying. She said that she lied in the beginning, saying that she fell on glass because she was trying to protect him because they were both in the car. She was scared that they all was going to get shot. She said when she got to the hospital, she tried to tell them the same thing. And they were saying, well, this doesn't really look like you stepped on glass. This looks a bit more serious. Like, are you sure? And then after that, she was not saying anything. Mind you, like it was only going out that she had stepped on glass, and all of a sudden it had went out that she had got shot. Everybody was pressing Megan, saying, "Megan, who shot you? Megan, who shot you?" In her comments and everything. And then her and Kelsey fell out because Megan was not saying anything. And everybody was saying that Kelsey was the one who shot her. Kelsey is the one who then said, I'm not the one who shot Megan, confirming that Megan did get shot by somebody, but it wasn't her. So who else could it have been? You know, like the facts are that the hospital confirmed that she had suffered a gunshot wound. And you know, then on top of that, she showed the pictures. Who would just have a random photo of a foot injury? And if that was the case, we would have been found that out. Somebody would have matched those pictures already. Like, that doesn't make sense. And the fact that all of these people are going to great amounts to discredit her just because Tory said I didn't do it. Like what he's saying doesn't make sense. Like if she was exiting the vehicle and she was outside of the vehicle, how did the gun get pointed outside of the window? Was it a bullet that went through the window? If that's the case, how did the gun even get? Why would somebody even be holding a gun? Why was the gun out? Who took the gun off safety? In order for a gun to accidentally go off, a trigger has to be touched. Like, who accidentally touched the trigger? How did it just so happen to point outside of the direction that she left outside of the vehiole?
Those are things that we'll be able to find out in court. Those are the particulars that will be laid out in the court of law. Those are the things that will have to happen in trial. So we will find out the particulars, because they didn't tell us particulars either. Like, we left out a lot of stuff as well. So
right, and
find out in the court of law.
And the things that Megan said was like, I was leaving and you shot me. So I'm just trying to figure out how all of these circumstances is just like, I didn't shoot her. Well, she got injured. Who injured her then? If you didn't do it, Tory, and your bodyguard say he didn't do it, Kelsey said she didn't do it. Well, who did it? Like, the gun didn't shoot itself through the window and hit her as she was exiting the vehicle. Like, this gun had to be touched by somebody.
All righty. Thank you, Amir. We're gonna go to love. I don't know how to say it.
Yo, I see you.
Thank you, Amir, for chiming in. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right. Go ahead. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, how you doing, man? Y'all, I see you struggling with my name. It's Lava Val.
You made that up?
Now that's my nickname, Lava Val. You know what I mean?
Lava
Val. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, man, like, I really don't like, I really don't take too much into social media stuff, but I just really wanted to touch on this because I feel like this social media event is really affecting us as a culture, because I peeped that now this narrative between, black men and black women is starting to be more louder based on the situation. And for me, I don't really think it's that deep. I only just feel like, these are two individuals that got into an altercation. And, it just went bad. It went left, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like people are emotionally triggered based on everything that's been going on, based on, Breonna Taylor, based on, us not getting justice, based on so many things, you know what I mean? And I just feel like people need to fall back and realize that, they got to, take the emotions out of it. As far as this whole situation with Tory and Meg, I'm not I like both of them, but I'm just a bystander, just looking at it and trying to put the pieces together. But I'm not gonna be emotionally attached to it, where it's like I'm bashing Tory or I'm bashing Meg. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people need to just fall back and relax and realize that man's life is on the line. He's a black man as well. Meg got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And she's a black woman. You know what I mean? She might be going through her own little demons or whatever she might be going through. You know what I'm saying? So I just think people need to just fall back and just really just fall back and just let time reveal all. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I want to say on that. All
right. Well, thanks, Lava Val. Is that your rapper name?
Yeah, that's my rapper name, Lava Val.
All right. Thanks, Lava Val.
Yeah, thanks for having me on too, man. I appreciate it. You know what I mean?
All right, peace.
All right.
All right. So everybody who is in the queue, I guess, stay on. We're going to do the after show, and that after show will be streaming on my second channel. I just want to cap this video at 1 hour and 30. So type in Nick LeClaire. It's on the screen. Go to my second channel if you guys want to continue to hear what the callers have to say. I will stream the after show there and let you guys hear what the callers have to say. But we're going to end this. If you guys want to hear the rest, if you guys want to hear what everybody else has to say, go to my second channel.